Thank you very much for having me here. I'm very happy to share the Phoenix project here, where we are the scientific coordinator, as you already mentioned. So Phoenix is the abbreviation for Pharmaceutical Open Innovation Testbed for enabling nanopharmaceutical innovative products. So why did we need this Phoenix Open Innovation Testbed? If we have a look at the general route of the nano-pharmaceutical development stage from the bench, from the very beginning, the idea, till we can take it to the market, to the clinics especially first, and then to the market, it requires a multidisciplinary set of people working under it. So it's usually uncommon that one can have all of those under the same roof. And this is also one of the reasons why actually we are seeing, in comparison to the very first nano hype, less and less nanopharmaceuticals in the market. We know from the publications, we know from the current communication that there are many innovative, promising nanopharmaceuticals across Europe with proven proof of concept. And they are offering actually way efficient and safer therapies in comparison to the maybe traditional ones, but it takes quite a while till they make it to the clinics, to the market. The main reason from our point of view that is happening is because they have usually trouble to produce the enough amount of test material to take it to the clinics under the high quality requirements of GMP, good manufacturing practices, because this is both quality and quantity is a prerequisite to be able to take these nanopharmaceuticals first to the clinics and then to the market. This was already well recognized by the European Commission, and under the call of the NMBP 6, they asked for open innovation testbed for nanopharmaceuticals production. And this is the call that we responded to and successfully acquired. So if we have a look at the chart here, we see that it takes years to take nanopharmaceuticals from clinical phase till the, from preclinical phase to the clinical phase. It is getting way mature on the way till you can make it to the market. In the beginning, you are taking high risk because you have an idea that would work from your point of view. You have a high risk, but you can work around this idea with small amount of resources, especially when it comes to costs. As you progress through this development stage, the risk you take is getting less and less because you only have this go to the next step, to the next phases, only if you have success. And this is reducing the risk that you are taking on this matter for this development. Yet the cost of the verification and validation studies, the scale up and everything that you need to bring onto the table so that you can fulfill the regulatory requirements is getting way costly. And this is usually the case for in Europe. This is where the main players of the nanopharmaceuticals developers are struggling, because the main developers are SMEs, spin-offs based on products, and they usually lack these resources. So this is what they need. What they need is actually an affordable and advanced testing manufacturing facility where they can get the services so that they can make their advances to the clinics and then later to the market. And these services are usually spread all around Europe. There are very qualified, very good quality service providers across Europe, but they are so spread across Europe. Usually these key players don't have access to exactly the key persons they would definitely need. And this is kind of lacking us behind. This is where we started and we conceptualized our project, our innovation testbed. We said, as Phoenix, we want to bridge the innovation value. We want to bridge the innovation value of that between the science and the nanopharmaceutical product, and we want to do this by offering a one-stop shop for all the key users, so that we can enable the seamless, timely, and cost-friendly transfer of nanopharmaceuticals from lab bench to clinical trials by providing the necessary advanced, affordable, and easily accessible Phoenix Open Innovation Testbed. So for the beginning, 12 partners across Europe, we came together for this project for 4 years. The project just started recently in March this year. And it is a total budget of around 14.5 million, where 11 million of this will be covered by the European Commission. What we are offering around the Phoenix is, first of all, what we have foreseen Phoenix is to be a non-profit, self-sustained and independent legal entity, because as an MBP 6 call also would require, this is project time is for us is a period where we will be in a taking less risk and low cost way, where we will be providing all the services that we would like to bring to the market at the end of the project time. So Phoenix project is actually our playground so that we can ensure a self-sustained independent legal entity at the end of the project time. And what we are doing is, as a concept, we said, okay, we would like to enable the smooth transfer from lab scale, GMP grade, high scale nanopharmaceuticals. And this is only possible if we can cover all the quality, efficacy, and safety measures under one roof, if we can offer regulatory consultancy to the end users, and if we could help them to reach the quantities that they need for reaching to GMP. And for this, we said, okay, if we can manage this, we will also contribute to creating an ecosystem in the nanomedicine. And then this will also foster the economy, which would in turn also help the new end users to come to market so that they can rely on the new services. Our services are not only on the technical part, but we are also having non-technical services in development. From the technical point of view, from the technical service portfolio, we are focusing on anything and everything around quality, efficacy, and safety, scale up, technology transfer, manufacturing, GMP manufacturing, and anything that the regulatory authorities would need for like risk and safety assessments and regulatory support, so that we can shorten the time to the market by directing the work by the developers to the right direction. And we are also offering increasing sustainability of the existing services, as well as training and help to enter the market for those nanopharmaceutical end users, pharmaceutical developers and the end users. As I already mentioned, we are aiming a one-stop shop. What does it mean for one-stop shop? We conceptualize Phoenix Open Innovation Test Bed in a way that you enter the OITB from a single entry point with any level of nanopharmaceutical that you want to have service for. What does it mean? You can come to the Phoenix-OITB with an idea that you want to take further, or just with a proof of concept, and then leave at a level TRL that you think it's enough for you, or you can come with a very high TRL where you are actually done with all the development and you are seeking for partners to take it to the larger batch sizes and then higher quantities for clinical test material. And we said this must be, first of all, made available first in Europe and then globally, and at fair conditions. We want to make sure that our efforts by this way, by offering this one-stop shop and a single entry point, what does it mean that you have only one contact person for this multidisciplinary development stage? We are hoping to reduce the costs at all levels, but especially for production and regulatory compliance, by making sure that you are not losing unnecessary resources and time on the way with the characterizations, for example, that wouldn't be necessary for the marketing of your nanopharmaceutical. For this reason, we are establishing a pharmaceutical quality management system that will ensure that our services and the products later that we provide fulfill the regulatory requirements. By this way, we are hoping to pave the way for commercial and industrial implementation. So, as I already mentioned, Phoenix is aiming establishment of the service portfolio during the project runtime. Later, this will be taken to the real life where we need to be independent. For this reason, we constructed the project actually in a way how it would run after the project runtime. So we establish all the work package in accordance with the departments with which are composed of our partners as the service providers, so that they can already start providing, developing those services by the regulatory map that we are also creating at the moment for the nanopharmaceuticals. And to make sure that we are on the right track, we already assigned during the project proposal phase 5 demo cases, which covers 3 different delivery routes, which is for parenteral application, oral application, and skin application, and the plus diagnostic agent. And these 5 demo cases are also covering 4 nanopharmaceutical types: nanocrystals, lipid vesicles, and particle conjugates, and the polymeric diagnostic agent. Because this is something that we can definitely offer to the end users for taking the advantage of this one-stop shop, because at the moment it's quite difficult to find a GMP manufacturing site or characterization site under one roof, which can offer for all those administration routes and different nanopharmaceutical types, as usually they require long run times for integration of the existing facilities or high costs. And we wanted to overcome this problem by already starting establishing these services at the beginning. And we said, okay, we develop our services during the runtime, and we should also validate this before we go to the market as service provider to the end user. And for this reason, we have foreseen 2 pro bono demo cases, which will be totally open to anyone who is interested by taking services from the Phoenix-OITB for any kind of end user. This means any kind of service that they are seeking after a certain TRL, of course, and all the costs will be covered by the Phoenix project. So we reserved already special budget for those pro bono cases, so that we can also give back what we take from the commission by helping to other end users to make it to the market. So in very short term, this is how the Phoenix-OITB is designed and how it is going to be serving to the end users in the area of nanopharmaceuticals, not only for the GMP manufacturing and scale up, but also for any aspect that you would expect before this for the quality, efficacy, and safety, as well as increasing the sustainability of the existing processes. So what we are aiming all in all is, as Phoenix-OITB, we want to improve the European infrastructure and competence in nanopharmaceutical process development, characterization, quality control, and production. We want to increase the attractiveness of Europe as a location of choice to carry out advanced medical and nanopharmaceutical research and product development. This is especially a big aim for us because we know already, especially due to the cost reasons, Europe is not the first choice of location for this kind of productions. People are more moving toward the Middle East and China or these areas, or India maybe, for certain production facilities. That's why we want to offer it already in Europe and reduce the cost of goods, reduce the time for delivery, make everything greener if you look at from the logistic point of view. And Phoenix-OITB is also aiming to improve the nanopharmaceutical supply capacity and availability to enrich the ecosystem of suppliers and for these products and services when it comes to nanopharmaceuticals. I hope I could give you a brief introduction to our Phoenix project, which is quite young when it comes. We are at month 8. That's why I say just follow us in social media so that you are always up to date, and stay tuned. Thank you very much.